Welcome back to the Ubsy Golf Channel, where overweight middle-aged men play golf. Today's something a little bit different. I'm going to give you a little sim tour here at our HQ of Awesomeness. All right? So let's start off. I'm just going to get into it. It doesn't need to be a super long video. Most people watching probably already know a ton of this stuff. But I figured I would give it, in case there are people who are looking, want to know things, all that stuff. I'll try to link some of this stuff down in the description. I've not really done that before, but I imagine it can't be that hard. So anyway, starting off with our enclosure that you can see here, we have a golf bays, and it's a 10 by 13. It's really, technically, it's a 4 by 3 meter. I think that they're based out of the UK, I'm pretty sure. And we have, it came with one of their like light impact screens. We tore through that in not all that long. And then we now have one of their premium. Well, actually, we tore through that one, and then we tore through a Pro, and now we're on their premium, which is holding up much better, and the sound is way better too. Super quiet, very nice. I really love this. I will also say that it's not really their fault. When we were just using, we started with the Flight Scope Mevo Plus. And then moved to a GC3, and in less than a year with the GC3, we put 90,000 shots on it. So the kind of lesser model screens aren't really going to hold up to that kind of abuse, especially not when you're hitting it in the same spot pretty much over and over. So anyway, inside of it's a 10 feet wide, 13 feet wide, 10 feet tall, and 10 feet deep. Inside I have some 1-inch, 2 layers of 1-inch EVA foam, like interlocking gym tiles, with just a 10 by 13 sheet of turf that I ordered on Amazon. This is the Sig Pro Softy 4x7. I'll point the camera down a little bit so you get a better view. With a just a little rubber ramp, it's like a door transition ramp. Just so that we don't trip on it. It's like 2 3/8 tall. And so easier to walk up and down, have something to, especially when we got a bunch of people over here, nobody's tripping and breaking an ankle or something like that. You can see on the Sig Pro Softy, on the stance mat part, you can see here these wear marks, and they're actually divots in this. And so the first mat, I tend to drag when I'm hitting my driver. I drag my toe, and so the first mat wasn't their fault, but I dug a hole in the mat. The second one, they had some issues, I guess, with their turf company, and this is like not great. But I want to say that Indoor Golf Shop, I let them know about it. My dad was having the same problem with his. He has a 4x10 at his house because we ordered these, came at about the same time, and they sent me a replacement one. I haven't put it in yet. I will probably do that soon, but it's kind of a process just because it's carpet taped down to the floor. So it's like, it's definitely got some, it's kind of a pain. It's kind of a two-man job really when it's already taped down. So that's kind of all on the ground stuff. Obviously you can see little things like just a little cart here to be able to put mouse, keyboard. We keep all of the remotes on it. We have in the corner over here, you can see here, we have one of the swing cameras that we use with the Pro-T Labs software. There's another one right here in front of the camera for down the line. We have over here, this is where we keep just our main sets of clubs that we're playing. My dad has his bag here, and then Chubsy and Ubsy clubs there. The computer underneath is definitely overkill. It's a power spec built by Micro Center. I stole the old computer, which was doing okay. The old computer had a 4070 Ti in it, graphics card. And this one actually has the new 5080 in it. which is overkill for GS Pro for the most part, right? Running the simulator software and that kind of stuff, it's pretty much overkill. But it does have the 9800X3D, I think, CPU in it. 64 gig of RAM. It's all water cooled. It's all the, kind of latest and greatest, or it's not even that latest, but it's good stuff, good components, which does help when you have, 5 cameras connected and you've got all the different stuff going on and you're running OBS software and you're streaming or recording and you're playing golf and you have the Pro T Labs software up and all that stuff. So it does help a lot to have a little bit of overkill for sure. Over here we have an 86-inch TV that we use for watching sports. Or right now, obviously, like when we're not doing that, we just leave the Pro T Labs software on it so we can see everything in a big size, easier to see all the swing stuff, all that. I'm going to turn the camera around a little bit and just give you a little of what's going on here. And then I'm going to get into the meat and potatoes of it. So we got, yeah, should probably look at what I'm doing here. Sorry. Got golf cart. This is just the back area of the shop, right? And so we got the Chubsy and Ubsy parking. This is where we work when we're out here playing rounds or goofing off or whatever. Bring our computers out and do our work, take our calls. Here's the other swing camera that I was talking about. And then we got a couch. The kids love being here, especially in the wintertime. We're in Colorado. Kids can come out here. It's heated back here. They can play around, do stuff, whatever. I'm going to put this up here and see, we have one of the putt break putt out systems back there so that we can hit putts. They're about 5-foot putts roughly. But you can add break to them, which is really nice. Okay, so as I set this back over here, I'm going to go up and show you up here what I've done. What I've done here is that I have a piece of it's a 4x8 sheet of 5/8 OSB, and I mounted it with 4 pieces of all thread, and there's 18-foot ceilings in here. So I mounted this at right at, I want to say it's right at 10 feet 2 inches, something like that, which gives the Pro T the perfect amount because I've got 2 3/8 coming up, so it's right at 10 feet. It's at 9 feet 11 inches. Which is great. That's right in their recommendation. But I have a Pro T VX launch monitor in front of it, just a little track lighting off of Amazon. They're super great because you can move them and put them where you want them. The BenQ TK710 STI for the main projector, 4K laser projector, 3200 lumens, which as you can see in here, it's okay with the lights on, or at least with this row of lights that's above us, right? They're pretty bright. They're old fluorescents, which I am going to be changing out. And then I have an older WGA or WXGA, I think, whatever, Optima projector that just projects onto the floor. So I'm going to turn the lights off so you can see it a little bit better in here and what I'm seeing when I'm playing. All right, so with the lights off, you can see much better, right? Projector is super clear and crisp. I still have this whole row of lights on over here, so that we can see in here, obviously. It doesn't need to be pitch black. The projector does a great job. The depth of the enclosure really helps with that. Because the light doesn't come in from the sides to speak of. And so this is really what you're seeing. And yeah, I mean, I love everything about this. I mean, it is so much fun. And it's obviously an expensive hobby, if you will. But man, does it make it so much fun. I have probably, I'd say maybe 16,000 in this whole setup. You could definitely do it for less. The reason I got so much in it is because I just keep adding stuff and taking things out and redoing this or that, or trying to make it a little bit nicer or more user friendly, or figure out different ways of making it somehow better, you know. And so it's like a never ending process. To me, it's a blast. It's something that I really enjoy doing. I enjoy it so much, I built one at my house when we moved, and it's in my garage, and it's really nice. I'll do a little video on that at some point too, and just see. But I will try to link some of this stuff down in the description. If anybody has questions, feel free to let me know. I can tell you what my experience with all the different stuff is. Like I said, I've gone from the FlightScope Mevo Plus to a Foresight GC3 to now the ProT VX. At my house, I have a Unicore IX02. And so it's just, I've got some experience with quite a few things, and I do love, all of it. So anyway, I hope that this is informative. It's kind of boring. I understand that. And so any questions, feel free to reach out. Ubsy out.